Welcome back, everyone. We have our final off-the-table session for the Stream of Many Eyes. If you've been watching all day, awesome. If you haven't been, let me catch you up a little bit on what happened. Unfortunately, both Rosie Beestinger and Tuco Bahota is stuck up in the watchtower because of poor decisions that were made while they were wandering the market district of Waterdeep. Now they have been hunting for a man with live fish attached all over him, who presumably has a lead towards a magical artifact, which they have learned, potentially, is called the Stone of Golor. Now they're looking for that stone. They have a pretty good idea that it's in the apartment building that they just went inside to, but unfortunately, again, circumstances evaded them. So, or what's the better word? Diverted them. What happened when they walked inside of this green doorway leading into the apartment building that they were hoping to find the stone inside of? They instead found the the guard captain and all of his guards currently taking out the contents of this apartment and putting them for, well, processing. So not only is Rosie and Tuco being processed at this moment, but there is a bunch of stuff that has been loaded out of this apartment building. And, well, I'm just going to say this much. If it's in that building, which, you know, we've all been assuming at this point you've been working this far and hoping that the stone is going to be there, it's not in the building anymore, and it's in that cart or in those chests somewhere in that confiscated material, which that guard is guarding, by the way.
Great.
But in the meantime, I have to ask you a question. What are you going to do about them?
Okay. Actually,
you're gonna help them out?
yeah, I actually really like them. I mean, I actually really like them. You guys are really cool. But I do still believe that 4 heads are better than 2. But it was fun playing with them, wasn't it?
It was.
It was.
Vanya, I'm impressed. You and Mal took a huge amount of effort just to get them in there, and now you're willing to.
We didn't put them in
They
there.
kind of
They
did it
put
to themselves.
Exactly.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean?
They're
come
not
on?
incorrect. I wanted to knock on the red door. It is true.
But I will say
Yes.
privately to you,
Okay.
it's just going to benefit us more. This is a private conversation. It's going,
Well,
to
then let's step up a little bit.
it's going to benefit us more if we have them with us in this situation.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Make sure you leverage that they owe you a favor at least.
Writing
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Good.
So if I'm reading the cards correctly, you would like to burn your ability. All right.
All of my contacts from the noble houses, I would like to.
I thought it was the bardic ability Enthrall, but is this part of
Oh.
your contacts as well too?
Whatever I
Sure.
need.
Yeah.
Whatever works. The magic of magic.
Whatever it is a dungeon master will let me
Imagination.
do is what.
I think this is appropriate, and I think Enthrall was probably the best way because
was.
you being a bard,
Oh no.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you enthrall our Captain Whitefire
Oh
over
my
here.
God.
See how you put it together. So
gonna get
I
a
have
good
this
seat.
now. The contract is sealed. Captain Whitefire is currently, watch out for that. It is,
Yep.
the guy was not living in a high income situation, so you can still put your butt cheek on it, it's
Yep.
fine.
It's fine. It's good.
Captain Whitefire,
This should be good.
you have managed to confiscate 2 loiterers, and you have 2 other adventures here, which you've clearly seen earlier.
Indeed.
This young lady wishes to speak with you.
Very good.
Yes.
Oh, hello. I am so sorry to interrupt you, but I believe you have some of my friends up in the tower.
We certainly do.
Yes, you see, I am the singer of a band, and, well, I need them to perform. They do like a whole kind of performance with me.
I see.
See? So I need them to come back to my band.
And when is this performance?
It is tomorrow. We have a lot of rehearsing to do. They're really good, but I have to choreograph it.
I see.
Yes.
Well,
And I know it's late, I'm sorry, but we couldn't.
it is indeed, and unfortunately the magistrate has left for the day, and they are to be processed tomorrow.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. What if, well, you know, I do teach at the Bard College.
What if maybe they put on a little rehearsal for you right here?
What if we put on a little rehearsal for you?
Yeah, why don't you
right
put on a
here?
rehearsal?
I like that, perhaps. But they still have to stay until tomorrow.
Well, what if I made you a song?
Made
One
me a song.
just for you.
For me?
Yes.
Nobody's ever done that before.
Yes. Well, you know, there's always a first time for everything, and you could come to the Bard College, and I could actually have more people perform for you as well.
Very possibility. Let us hear it.
Okay. May I bring them down so we can perform it for you?
I think the best circumstances here, and Captain Whitefire, I can see he's having to go out quite on a limb here because he is absolutely going outside of protocol. Now, I think the best circumstances here is if they could perform where they are as part of this song, and that might allow them a little bit of leniency, at least 15 minutes or so that they'll have to serve out their time
Got
in
it.
the Watchtower.
Okay, your name, sir, was again, I'm sorry.
Tavis Whitefire, Captain.
Whitefire does his job so well. Whitefire walking the streets at night, keeping the city clean. Whitefire. Something like that. See, I'm going with that.
Yeah.
I like that most well.
Fire. And then like some magics and like dancing lights. Maybe some pixies.
I like that most well.
All right. Well, Whitefire, I think it's appropriate then if you at least let them serve a good solid 15 minutes before they're allowed to come back down.
I certainly agree.
Thank you so much. I'm Vlanya, and if you ever come down to the college, please say hello.
I certainly will.
Thank you.
Great. In the meantime,
Beautiful music.
there is a lot of stuff that's around this whole area. And
Game Master,
yes,
I've been meditating deeply here for my connection with the universe to see if I could gain any insight into the situation that we find ourselves in and its solution. Could I perhaps use my ability to see if I could be somehow inspired to the situation that we find ourselves in?
from the Watchtower? You've been meditating in the Watchtower.
I have a lot of time on my hands.
With the glorious rosy bee stinger next to you, you've managed to calm your mind enough to actually meditate up there.
It was the only way to maintain my calm, but you're right, I might use my 15 minutes elsewhere.
Wow. Wow.
To learning a new technique? What manner of...
I'll tell you what. I like this. I think the most appropriate thing to do is I will 100% give you some edict knowledge of something that you have encountered already in the sessions that have come before. And I will even go so far as to say to give you potentially another level of discovery.
I don't know that you're helping me the way you think you're helping me with this cards.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, sweet reaching. You can't see him, I can see him.
Right, it's true. I got the arm. Statistically speaking, one of these is to not be awful.
Or 5.
Ah, 19. Yay! Finally.
Good start.
All right, good point of the night.
All done.
Used.
From the Watchtower, everybody, is being used. So, I'm going to wander off here a second. You just focus on them.
Okay. Hey, Rosie.
No.
Don't talk to me.
Thank you so much for what you've done for us. I believe I might have some insight into our situation.
Do you recall the yawning portal?
I do?
Do you recall Dieth sitting at his table?
I looked at his maps, yes.
This map.
I did look at that map.
This is actually much more important than what you originally assumed. So much so that this symbol is something that as you were being carried out and as you were watching from your vantage point in the guard tower, you've been watching guards unload boxes and materials that have, well, presumably been from this individual's apartment. And as you were watching these boxes come out, you know, you are casually observing as part of your meditative stance, as you were absorbing the settings around you. you recall seeing a glimpse of something like this in some of the crates and boxes that are now laying right over there.
I draw that symbol in the dust to show Rosie. I'm like, I remember seeing this in the bar, and now I've seen it here as well.
Yes, in fact,
Could I get another look at the thing I've seen?
absolutely. In fact, I will leave it with you as part of your edict memory.
Yes.
So you've all burnt all your abilities. So,
Yeah.
Vanya, Mal,
Yes.
Helps learning the new technique.
Yes.
they've got a few minutes before they can join you. But they can join you because of some
White fire.
white fire. But this is time that you have to use. So there is another gentleman who is currently enjoying a late night mead while he is watching the confiscated materials. And you can start to hear just the night is much louder than you would normally imagine. So
Okay.
it's not terribly much. In fact, make a perception check.
Nope. 5.
Never mind. Great.
Good, the 5. I'm telling you, that.
It's a good 5. So, and
Don't
trust
put
me,
the
I'm not a
fives back
magician.
in.
I don't mark my cards.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Here's my plan.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take one for the team because I kind of ducked out earlier.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the car.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la, my oh my. I see what you're going with.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
No, no,
Oh.
no.
Are you gonna kiss a girl?
No.
Whoa.
I'm going to pretend that I dropped my earring
Oh, okay. Yep.
in there.
Okay.
And then rummage about.
Try and keep him so he looks that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So you get in those crates.
Yep. Yep.
You do it quietly.
Yep. That's the plan.
Peanut gallery.
Well, but I want to share something with you that I recall.
What?
I've seen this symbol.
He drew it in the dust,
I
but
drew it. I'm
you
like-
can't see it. It's,
I
it's
draw
down
it out here.
Describe what it looks like,
Yes,
Hugo.
it's a very interesting design. It's like a pyramid inside of a 7-pointed star.
Oh.
3, 4,
Okay.
5, 6.
That's good.
Eight-pointed star. A pyramid
Listen.
inside of an 8-pointed star with a ring around it.
Yes.
I've seen this on
Okay.
one of the crates that came out.
Fabulous. Okay, I'm going in.
Right.
I'm going hog. Oh.
Let's see how this pans out.
Oh.
Well, you're stealthing, but
yeah.
you're
This is you.
playing some sweet deception here.
How much is it? Oh.
Benny,
Benny, that's
would
a
you
plus
mind
one.
reading our ARG member who is giving you a Benny today?
At Danny SAU 1993.
Danny Sim, thank you
you go.
so much.
Thank you.
Hold on to that, or if you would like, I can. There it is. Best place. Let's go for
I
it.
can't spend it now.
No.
A 14.
Ooh.
All right, you're in a good place.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So absolutely. Let's occupy the guard a bit with a little bit of earring rummage, shall we?
Mr. Dungeon Master, would you mind holding this for me since I have no pockets?
I will happily hold on
Thank
to
you
it for you.
kindly.
You will have to make sure. You know what? I do have pockets.
Yay! Okay.
So as you walk into this glorious kind of open space, you can see there is a wooden cart with various assorted confiscated items inside of it, as well as several stacked chests. The guard, who is both, well, occupied, but seems a bit bored, considering that he is spending his night watching crates and a severed hog's head inside of a cart. He could be doing a lot better things right now, but at least he's got a sweet cup of mead to keep that night going. He's probably not supposed to have it either.
3, 2.
Captain knew I founded this.
One.
He'd really.
Oh my goodness! Oh
What has happened?
Are you well?
no! I dropped my earring in this. Oh my goodness! Could you help me, please? I dropped my earring in this mess, and there's this pig head,
Well,
and it's
Oh,
disgusting.
so clumsy.
Worry not about the pig, madam.
It's-
What
and
did
it's
you
very-
lose?
It's one of these.
Oh, that's
These earrings.
lovely.
Oh, thank you. What is your name?
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Sergeant Grizz.
Sergeant Grizz. Very
Friends
nice. to
call
meet
me
you.
Grizzly.
Oh, I get it, because you're. I am Vlania. I'm actually a bard. But,
You lost a ring, an
an
earbulb.
earring, yes. And it seems to have fallen there. You've got all these.
Well, I must indeed say that we cannot touch anything
Oh.
that is not the ring. Your ring.
So what if I just elbow move some
try
of the things over, and what if I just go like this? I'm not really touching it. See? And if I
No,
go
no.
like,
Well, look, I can touch it.
oh, okay.
Are you willing to maybe help her unload a few items?
I will.
Oh, you are so kind.
Let's see. Where can I
Because
set
I'm
this?
actually
I'll
worried that
hold it
I've
for
just
you
made
for
a
a
mess. And
I'll put it on the sentinel's foot.
This must, yes. Oh,
Actually, I'll put
Have
it
it. Right. See here.
that's a very frightening. Is that fresh?
It's as fresh as the orc did slay it last week.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Oh, yes, I mean, there's cockroaches. What is a pig's head doing in. Oh, is that it right there? Is that.
I think it is.
Is that. Oh,
One moment. I've almost got it.
oh, did you get it? Oh, no.
Got it.
No. Oh, did you.
Oh, uh-oh.
Okay, can I touch it now?
He seems to be a bit
I-
stuck. In fact, I think your hand is completely in there.
How's that, madam?
There we go.
Oh, no, it's in there. I don't know.
Fly. Look,
It's not, these things are not cheap. I have to work very hard. So, do you know the owner of this cart? Maybe
Oh,
we
he's-
can ask him, because honestly, like, I don't
I
think
don't-
either of us can move that cheese wheel.
do not know the owner of the cart. You see, the Captain Whitefire told me to wait here and just guard this. He said knows. I don't know where it came from.
Oh,
Yeah, you remember seeing a bunch of men unloading it from one of the
Just try and go.
buildings that are around Waterdeep, and you heard that it was part of some underground crime syndicate. But that is about as much as you're aware of.
So
So all of these items could potentially be very dangerous.
oh, so this is like important. You have to probably market and. What is important about that?
About this, well,
You could feed a family.
it could.
It's actually quite frightening.
How about this? Let's make an opportunity. Would you mind making a perception check real quick, Vlanya?
16.
Boom.
Yeah.
You notice that there's a small wooden disc that seems to be lodged inside of that pig's mouth.
Not anymore?
Not terribly far from where the cockroaches that are currently slithering around it is. But,
Nope, not anymore.
oh,
Mama got that. Mama got that and already handed it off.
oh, fair enough. Retcon.
Can I say that it was like an awesome sleight of hand with like advantage or something?
Yeah, that one too. Good for you. Let's see. You are acutely aware of there is a few more inside of here, but you're probably going to have to start unloading some items because you can see a cube. It is deeply set in there, but it
got
is
it.
unfortunately on top of a lot of the other items. Oh, and
Oh,
look who's joining
A bunch
us.
of strangers.
Vanya,
Oh,
something.
let me introduce you
have
to
a
my
problem.
friends. These are my friends, and we are in a band, and they are actually they're more like a. They stomp a lot and they go, but it's actually a performance.
Yes, I heard this amazing tune in the wind and the fog and the
White
air.
fire.
This white fire. Yes, yes.
So,
something
perhaps
wrong.
maybe I think that they're strong enough. Together, we could unload this, and I could get my earring. It's very expensive gold.
If you promise to put it all back.
Of course,
I mean,
absolutely.
look at them. They're monks. They're very honest.
Would you mind holding my staff?
Oh, thank
What
you.
a
Thank
kind
you so
man.
much. Thank you.
So
like,
kind.
the
Good
beautiful
sir.
creature
Very
deserved
nice.
better in
Yes.
not this life than the
Oh,
next.
yes.
Oh,
Ooh, I mean,
yeah.
this is just so kind of you to let us do
oh,
this.
the roach.
So hungry.
Blessings
Oh.
upon your family, tiny
Oh,
roach.
it's moist in there.
This cheese
It's so
is
moist.
very
Did
durable.
you find,
Go.
did you
Why don't
find
you
my
come
earring?
around
I
this side a
didn't.
little bit?
I can't
So-
quite see. Oh,
This
you know
side,
what?
and on
I
the other
think I
side.
do see it.
Yeah.
What if I just...
Around the back.
Oh,
Just down here. Oh, is this?
Oh,
is this
how
the?
great
I don't know
and
if that's it.
convenient.
No, that's
I
not
really
it.
don't
That's
think
not quite
that could
it.
be it.
Oh,
Goodness.
Oh,
I hear
my
it.
goodness.
Would
This
you
is
mind
some.
holding this?
I
too,
do
please?
hear it.
What,
Oh, thank you. I
what
feel like that's
exactly
very
are we
expensive
speaking
and
here?
oh, that looks like it looks ancient.
So
Very
as
ancient.
As Mal is basically talking to Tuco, he shows him ever so briefly these small pieces that they seem to be looking around as Vlanya continues to distract the guard with her wildish charms, holding Rosie B. Stinger's staff.
This is a spectacularly.
This would
filthy home.
also be a great opportunity for you, Mal, to read some of the pieces that you are sharing with your
Okay.
comrades at the moment.
So I found like guys. So I found like 2 notes and it says rings on faces, glue their order, To thee, coin pieces scattered form a clue.
Like that, you could
Yeah,
have
give.
7
That's the way I said.
pieces.
Give their order to the scale. Now I found like all these wooden things. These seem to be clues.
This.
Oh, you found one.
4 numbers are needed for you to best.
So there's a chest with a lock on it.
Ah.
So I figured like we need to figure out which one, but like some of these don't fit together.
Okay.
You all agree that we're finished with this. It is quite terrible.
Yes. You know, I don't know.
Make a
if-
perception check, Rosie, if you would for me.
It's been a long day.
This is.
Benny,
Got a benefit from at Estwild. Thank you so much. Would you
I
do
would.
the honors?
Yes,
This is quite a start.
should fit, but they don't.
It's a 10.
barely.
Okay.
There is something, Rosie, that you see ever so lightly. There is just one. It's blending in perfectly with the wood. You can kind of see it if you look towards me a bit, next to where that crab cage is. Ah, look at that. It's just hanging out right there. One more piece. Wow. So,
Otherwise, are we done with the cards?
well,
Or
I don't know.
Rings on pieces.
Yeah, looks like-
Give their order to
Yeah,
me.
look.
Maybe at this
gonna
point
fit
you want to
Coin
consider
pieces
the
scattered
fact
form
that you've
clue.
unloaded this whole thing and you
Give the
promised to put it all back.
Numbers are needed.
Yes.
I think my friends might almost be done. We'll put it back if.
Would it be wise
That's
to start
okay.
restoring the cart
no,
to?
it's not necessary. It's not necessary. I need to get some exercise anyway.
Oh, you are so kind. It's a pleasure to meet you. And Lanya, if you ever make it to the Bard College, just come and say hello.
Mal,
Odd-colored.
Yes.
there seems to be a nice little table back
yes.
here that you could potentially lay all of our items on. Let's go investigate our
this.
table a little bit as we
Enjoy
lay
your
some
drink,
of these
sir. Yes.
pieces that they've found.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening.
Indeed.
We need 4 numbers.
So like some of these have got certain designs on.
Thank you.
Mal, I'm going to move.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have you stand over here so that we can all take a look at these items together.
Game master, my image
Yes,
that I drew.
absolutely.
Looks like it should fit.
Remember, this is not a piece of paper you have.
Well,
It
but
is-
I mean, I'm gonna.
It is the memory of your mind.
I'm sketching in the dust on the table what it is that I recall, which is thus. Yes, which is thus. Yes, from my memory.
So it has like a couple of different, different circles, I guess.
So this is the large one.
Are we 100% that we have all the pieces?
I don't.
So there's each of them have got different numbers on the back, and it says 4 numbers are needed for you to best, but we need to figure out which ones go together, I guess.
Pardon, miss.
Yes.
Did you drop
Oh, I
this?
did. Thank you so much.
what a great
What a wonderful day.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Thank
right.
you. Lanya, yes.
Good job.
Thank you. The night's watch is very thorough.
I actually
are.
liked them. They're
Yes.
very
So that one
nice.
goes together.
Okay.
So like this one goes together.
So what is what's on the back?
So the
of
back
it?
of this
Yes.
one is
5 and 3.
5 and 3,
Four
5.
numbers.
So it actually
So-
has like an
Ring
order.
of faces.
It has to equal
Ring of
4.
faces.
Well, I think that there is a chest with a lock on it, a combination lock.
Right.
And how many numbers are in that combination?
4 numbers.
4 numbers. Okay.
So we just need to find which one of these match together. Like
yeah, they don't. I think we might be missing.
we must be missing a piece. 'Cause
Pieces.
No.
No, well, we have an even number.
Yeah, we have an even number. Now it's about monkeys.
We don't
Well-
have any that say 4, and we're missing one that says 5. So my
So
guess
we
is
might have 2 missing
we
pieces.
still might have missing.
Do we know what this opens?
No, I just picked it up because it looked
I
good.
think you may have to go back into the breach
Once
I,
more.
and
I
start
got
looking for
one
more
job.
pieces.
Once more
I
into
got
the
like
breach.
4 pieces out of those.
I
You
think-
are a credit
I-
to your community,
I
sir.
think we just take some pieces and I say, I dropped a couple more.
I think they're in the chests, Danya.
Oh, man. Didn't you go in the...
I got 4 of them out of the chests,
That's what I
okay?
say.
There's so many in the... What? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Tuco,
Yes.
do you mind? I need a perception check from you actually now. Start to.
We got 2.
Nope.
We just
Nope, never mind.
Nope.
Nothing.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't got it.
It actually, you thought for a
Well,
moment you
I
maybe
thought it might
smelled
just be
some
the-
burning, but it ended up just being hay.
Right, it's just, that's
underneath your feet.
the ambiance of
Right,
Waterdeep.
okay.
Yes.
He's sleeping.
Oh my.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Well
stealthy.
met.
Me and you will get the chests.
Okay.
Check the large gray one under the bottom.
Now, Dungeon Master,
Yes.
was this stuff on this wagon
Yes.
part of the things that were brought out?
It was.
Right, I didn't
Indeed.
know that. So
You
we'll do
actually
that.
didn't know that. That would be something that our watchtower enthusiasts would have been able to see. So,
Okay.
but if I hear you correctly, you're going to be going over there and trying to not wake up our guard.
Yes. And I think Rosie's going to follow me as well. Got another.
Benny.
Yep. So this is at Chris70726.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Maybe start using those, buddy.
Yep, but it's not going to help with a 5. Good old 5.
Deck of many
Doesn't give
fires.
you-
Deck of many 5.
Deck of many fives.
When we turn this deck over, it's
I'm
all
going to try to
fives.
self.
Here, how about this? I'll do a cut for you, and then I'll do another cut, and
But
then
don't
I'll
you
do
have
another
one?
cut.
Classic close-up magic. It's a 3.
At this point, I'm disappointed in all of you.
It's only +1.
Right,
All right,
right. So,
let's
yeah,
keep going.
right.
There's an opportunity
Well,
here.
here, I have an idea.
Okay.
So I will attempt, because he's sleeping, I will attempt to help him and put the items back in.
Okay.
So that way, if he wakes up,
Okay.
I will have made the noise and more distraction.
Wonderful.
Why
Let's
not
play
save-
it out.
Why not save that for when he wakes up?
Yeah.
Well, no, like the moment he wakes up. Then.
You'll make
Right.
it 10.
I understand.
So I'll have boxes ready.
Right, Rosie, you get this cart.
I have something. I have a key.
Right. Yep. I don't know what it might fit, so let's find out.
Oh, this cart you haven't gone through?
Nope.
God, jeez. Okay. Ah,
That's that 3.
Sorry, you kicked that for a moment. You just watch as he stirs ever so slightly, but he seems to nod back into it. Everything seems to be fine.
Ivan, your betrayal will be noted.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Van.
As you continue to creep around all these parts of the wooden carriage, you can start to smell that. Maybe that hay that you were thinking of earlier is now maybe more like smoke.
Oh, jeez.
Is the city kind of coming into a place here? Because you can start to. Brisket fires and cook fires don't
2 more.
usually end themselves as part of this market street. So. But you can see that even just the wisps of smoke that normally would come from chimneys. This is a very late night to be keeping a fire up, and you can see as smokes are coming through. Yes?
I would like to do a thing.
What would you like to do?
While I'm watching him
Yeah.
smelling the smoke, I would like to look around to see if I see where fire's coming from.
Absolutely.
Five,
Yes.
3, 5.
I've got 2 things that fit together.
You've got 2
and
more
I'm
things
gonna
that
try
fit
the
together.
combination lock.
You're going to try the combination lock.
After you do this pull, I'm going to
Yeah.
stand by.
Make a pull for perception.
I'm blind.
2, 1, 3, 5, or 3, 5, 2, 1.
Yes, you're so focused on your boxes right now. In fact, if anything, you tumble as they fall down. As you're attempting to grip more in your hands, you just drop them onto the floor.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to be. You were resting, and I
Your
didn't want you to get in
combination.
trouble.
Oh, boy,
I'm so sorry.
fine, darling.
Tried it yet. I've not finished it.
Are you okay?
I am well. It's the mead. It's stronger than I remember.
Oh,
The
could I sh-
combination does not work, Mal. I apologize.
Could I share that with you? I mean, might as well, since we're already
Checking over here?
here. And
1, 3, 5,
got
3,
You
5,
know.
2, 1.
It's been a long time since I've been able to share a drink.
oh, thank you so much. I'm quite thirsty trying to move all these boxes back.
Rosie, it looks like you have some keys that you're attempting to try here. Have you found any locks to try them on yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay.
But at the same time, Tuco over here seems to have found in more combinations together. So
Yes,
what?
we have
you have
4 digits. We have a 2, 1, 3, 5.
All right. And then this one doesn't
It
seem to move together.
doesn't quite work. None of these others quite work, either by indentation or by image on the front.
All right. So it seems like there's some more pieces
Yes,
that are
we're-
missing.
We are missing something.
What's that?
Another key and another piece.
Another key and another piece found. Wonderful. Rosie,
Yes.
I would like for you to potentially notice something.
I would love to.
Keyword potentially.
9, and I'll use my benefit and push it to a 10.
Push it to a 10. Let's do it.
Okay.
As you were humming over here looking for pieces and coming around, you notice this fish tank seems to be filled with water, and you're impressed by the strength of the guards who are able to bring it in. In fact, it's to the point of where you see something gleaming under the bottom there. As a small tropical fish here starts to float in the water, and it is strikingly familiar, this type of fish. Unfortunately, the key does not work.
Gonna have to keep trying all those other keys.
This goldfish of the striking speckled black and red color seems to have this familiarity around it that seems unnerving at the very least. Unfortunately, that key doesn't work, and that key doesn't work, and that key doesn't work. None of the keys that you're holding on to seem to fit inside of this lock at the moment.
Black and red.
speckled black and red fish.
Can I roll insight and see if it likes me? 17!
Hey, insight. That fish seems incredibly content as far as fish go. And you've heard stories of a speckled fish that seems to be the favored pet of a particular beholder.
Yes, yes.
That you have heard is not one to be a fan of.
Why would his fish be here?
You also notice as you're peeing through that there are
Is it that heavy?
4 more in there? 5? There's a lot of this same kind of fish that is sitting all inside of this fish tank at the moment. In fact, you know, as you start to wander around, you notice that there's a ton of these little fish everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But the law says you're only allowed to have 1 fish.
Well, unfortunately, this man broke the law. Maybe it's one of the reasons why all of his materials are out here confiscated for you to scavenge through.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, information to note. I'd also like to say, because you're, the fish is obvious, but your check was actually not for the fish.
Oh,
Do you see something in the substrate?
I do.
Yes. Would you mind describing it to me?
I believe so.
I see what looks to be a rock with
We can move this.
3 protrusions sticking out of it, buried beneath the pebbles.
3 protrusions.
Like 3 eyes, perhaps.
3 eyes? For what?
What do you think? It's the stone galore.
Oh, right.
The thing that we're here to find.
I've never seen the stone,
Yeah.
Rosie. I wouldn't know.
Yes, they did tell us that earlier in the adventure. It's fine.
What?
Ah, excellent.
Bottom trunk.
Oh,
You found the last trunk. Yes, Vlanya. We're doing great over here, yes? Are we having a good time?
Oh, I'm having a wonderful time. We're telling so many
Time,
stories.
wonderful time.
I would like to mention that it smells like fire
Oh, yes.
and kind of. Is that fire over there? I smell it.
I think a little deception is in order.
I have that one.
Do you want to use it?
Yeah.
Guardsman. The smell of fire starts to eke into your nostrils as you actually start to see the orange blaze of the reflected light of burning buildings start to cusp into your peripheral vision. And then suddenly you hear a woman scream, "Oh, oh,
I'll
guards!"
stay here. I'll watch this, and you go and do that, and I'll be here.
And there are men
Yeah,
starting
no, we
to
will
run.
watch it. It'll be fine.
Save us!
Guard.
Just fine. Okay, we're back.
Right, get in the trunks.
okay.
And you hear as the scream is actually not even a fake scream. They're starting to hear the sound of people waking up. You can hear as doors are starting to rattle open.
8 circles around the
Have we
outside.
gone through all of this?
8 correctly say what to do.
8 circles around the outside. I
Yes.
think this is the other one that I've got.
Was on the bottom of the chair.
Would you like to check it against your other ones?
Yes.
Ha-ha!
It's in the shoe.
Good thing I didn't make you make a jump check for that.
And what you seek lies in a chest. Interesting.
Okay, have we opened this one?
We did nothing. Rocks.
Okay.
I don't know why you kept so many rocks.
Look inside all the boxes.
There seems also at one point, if I may note, Rosie, would you come over here to look at the box, mind you? You seem to notice there's a lot of stones in these chests.
A lot of stones. Like
So many stones.
It's almost like he's trying to make it heavier.
Oh,
He's trying to make it heavier. Or he's been looking for a lot of stones at this stage.
Those are the 2 options.
Those are the 2 options.
those do seem it could be what he's into.
Dude loves
Yes.
stones.
Loves rocks.
Does anyone check this table over there, also behind you?
Oh, is there stuff?
This will not be in play.
Yes, it is a decorative table, yes.
Yeah.
It's
We gone
beautiful.
through this box already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Double check my work.
But I've just located these 2 things.
Mal, how many completed pieces do you have at this stage? Like full circles?
On these, the full circles, we've got 4.
You have 4 complete circles.
Yeah, but I was looking at the numbers.
8. It has to equal
Add
8.
them.
Oh, it has to add 8.
3, 7, 6, 8.
Yeah, so the 8, it says it ends with 8. That's what this says here.
You also have a few more notes, and maybe I would take the opportunity to scour them a little more. Let's see what we're doing over on the tables
them
here a
up.
little bit.
8 correctly. Say what to do.
So I thought this could be the 8 circles around the outside, which I thought these 2 had.
Right.
Maybe I've miscounted.
Rings of faces. Rings on faces.
give their order.
To the
Rings
Give it
on
order.
faces
Children
give
of
their
Baal,
order.
beware, the wizard Irenicus hunts the dead god's spawn.
That's very
Irenicus.
fascinating. Yeah.
Quite.
Okay.
File that away in my memory.
5,
Oh.
6.
I've heard of that.
1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
I've heard the
4,
Child
5,
of Baal. It's
Rosie.
an old story.
Would you mind coming over here to watch all of this with you? May I have you come around and peer at all of the discs?
Okay, so this says this is 5, 6, 7, and 8. So perhaps then they go in that order. 7.
But it's only a 4 thingy combination.
Oh, it doesn't go up to 7?
The combination is 4 numbers.
Right, I know that's what I'm saying. So 7, 3, 6, 8.
This is so fresh.
That is brilliant. 7, 3, 6, 8.
7, 3, 6, 8. That's genius.
Let's go. Hey, Mal, before you run over there, are you wanting to check the combination on that?
Yes.
Let's go take a look at it, shall we?
7, 3, 6, 8
Sorry.
is what we're
No, it's good. Here, actually, come
remembering.
over and do it on my side so that we can all
Yep.
take a look at you doing this.
You guys memorized it? What was it?
7, 3, 6, 8.
7, 3,
Terrible with locks.
6.
Oh my God! Someone, guards, come out! Oh, there's a man. He's broken my shop windows. You can start to hear his raking screams are starting to come throughout. As you can start to hear as more
was
doors
it?
are opening, and now people are milling
7,
through
3,
the
6, 8.
street at this point. I am so sorry for all the users at home who I just screamed in their ears.
Suddenly, something deep inside me
Nope.
starts to PTSD, and the horror is all coming back to me right now.
Been here before.
7, 3, 6, 8.
The 7, 3, 6, 8, is that right?
That's what this said. Yeah,
That's
but
in
I
that
must be
order,
wrong.
right?
Yes. What are the first just 4 digits then of the if you don't add them?
The first 4
Yes.
are 1, 2, 5, 3.
We tried 1, 2, 5, 3, did we not?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yep.
We're missing a line of this riddle.
Are we?
Yeah.
There is not quite a part of this that you're in. The combination is wrong, Mal. I apologize. It doesn't seem to be pulling through correctly. The order that you have them in doesn't seem to be quite correct.
And we're missing.
But
one?
maybe we can try it still. So if it ends
What you
with an
seek
8,
lies in the chest.
6, 3, and
4
7.
numbers are needed for
Go
your
the other way?
best.
Yeah, try backwards.
8, 6, 3, 7.
I would highly, Mal, come over on my side so that we could take a peek at this from here. I would read all the pieces of paper to make sure there's not something you're missing.
What you see.
Faces. Just 8. Correctly say what?
4 numbers are needed for your
For
best.
your best.
For you to best.
Right?
Coin pieces scattered form a clue.
Right?
What you okay? Sorry.
What
We
you
are
seek lies
missing
in a chest,
8
right?
correctly say what to do. Rings on faces give their order
To
to
thee.
thee.
To thee.
So there's no rhyming couplet, and we're missing one piece potentially. Like these don't seem to match up. I don't know.
Rings on face.
Rings on faces must be. But,
Yeah, it's
but you did
these.
that, right,
I
Rosie?
tried that.
Thought
yeah.
we did.
5.
Did we already add up, or did we already say what the numbers on top were? So
This-
5
I
and
think,
then
I think
6.
you're right that this is the first one because this is 8 rings of what
Rosie,
I drew.
make a perception check.
11.
I would look at that first one a little more closely.
There's smaller
one.
ones.
6.
How many smaller ones are there? Like you've got these main ones, but then you've got these tiny ones around there.
Oh,
so is that
I see. So
11.
that's 10,
11.
10? Yeah.
6,
Plus there's the one in the middle.
7.
Maybe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do those count?
This is 11.
We're about
I think
to
it's
find
just
out.
full circles, yeah.
Okay.
So try and read that out to me.
Okay.
So Dungeon Master, I'm going to go try the combination again.
Let's go try the combination.
3, 8, 6, 7.
Isn't that what we just tried?
So 7, 3,
3,
6,
3,
3,
8,
8,
6,
6, 7.
7.
3, 8, 6, 7.
Nice try.
Unless he was totally giving.
Hey!
And it opens with a satisfying click you hear as it pops off, and the chest
Doo-doo-doo.
comes wide open.
Leather
So-
nail.
Some armor.
Pretty nice.
True.
Some more
A
armor.
real warrior does not
Somebody's walking
require
around
such
naked.
things.
A lot of armor.
Well, this man did live here, or woman, presumably.
True. Bring it all out.
But there was definitely someone
bring
who
it all
was
out.
collecting stones, apparently, and you're rifling through his sets, and he seems to have a lot of very interesting fish he is illegally keeping inside of his own home.
Checking pockets.
Anything in the shoes? We're looking for a stone with 3 eyes, yes?
Check
I think-
pockets.
I think it's. Yes.
What's a key?
Yes.
Here's a lock.
Right here.
A key that was hidden in a shoe.
Stone is in there.
Of course.
Let's see. No, that's not this.
And it clicks right through.
Does it?
As it turns the key,
Yes, it does.
and the lock pops
Key.
right off.
Yes.
Oh, I like the little
There
goldfish.
it is. Yes.
Yes, again,
3 stripes.
a very familiar goldfish.
You've got it. You can do it, big guy.
eventually.
You can take that lock
Get
off.
There it is.
Good job.
You were so strong. Plus the key.
Controlling
the
the breath.
key.
Control the breath. Do we need to remove these things?
Take these things off, big man.
Did we try this entire key ring?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And the Mal,
Just making sure.
if I may, would you come over to my side, to where I am, so that you might enjoy this act of opening the
Yes!
fish.
Ooh.
Let them do it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes, get wet.
Oh, it's a big thing.
As you touch it, you feel a lightning pulse of energy just calm on side of you, as you feel some ethereal, magical energy kind of pulse through your body at the moment, and you feel a small voice come inside of your ear. Welcome.
That's a very...
It's an interesting stone, my friend.
As you hold the stone, you can definitely feel a magical just aura pulsing from it. This is not a small, simple magical item. Just touching it has an aura of power amongst it. And that's when the screams get closer.
We should move.
Yes, perhaps
Yes.
we should.
Dungeon Master,
Yes.
if I am a warlock, I would like to Misty Step away.
God!
Holding the stone by itself.
I'd like to intercept. We're PvP.
And I'm going to spend my 2 bennies
You spend your 2.
for a 20 total.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
hey.
Yeah, wait a second.
All right. So as you turn the stone, and as you look into it and feel this legendary pulsing energy in front of you, suddenly you become mist as you step out into nothing, as you fall into oblivion.
Honestly,
trust these people.
honestly, A, I know where he lives, and B, we should have expected it the whole time. He's kind of shady.
I was not sent to return the stone, simply to report its whereabouts, which I can now do.
Well, we know where he is, and
Yes.
yeah. Well,
Perhaps we should pursue him.
Maybe that's the best course of action, but that is not the story that we're going to be telling today. The stone has been found, and now it is in the hands of Malkin. Dumadon. I believe that's where it is. It is in the hands of Malkin Dumadon as he faded into an ethereal, misty spell and left his 3 other patrons, who are probably going to have to go tell their patrons about this.
That's cool.
Well, let's find out what happens next as we move over to Dark and Dicey, who will be completing our storyline for today. Thank you so much for watching this stream of Many Eyes, this off-the-table session. Thank you so much to our amazing cast who played this out. This has definitely been a unique experience for all of us as we played this very unique version of Dark.
Don't get back here. Go away. No one wants you.
Again.
God.
And thank you for doing something so dastardly and sinister. Now get away from here. Get out of my sight.
No cuddles for you.
Good luck, Dark and Dicey. You're going to need it.